Waking up Singapore. Can I get up? The Big Show on Kiss 92. Can I get up?
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is the senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, the one and only Nian Tjoe. Good morning, Nian Tjoe.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
And today we're going to be talking about the vehicle entry permit.
Yes, this is the thing that you're going to need to have from October 1st if you want to cross the land borders into Malaysia.
Right.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
the VEP.
And how inconvenient is it to apply for this? What exactly is this permit? It's an e-permit.
Well, it's essentially what it means is that you're going to end up having a bit of a... It's a sticker.
Okay.
They're going to have to attach on your vehicle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, on the outside?
On the outside.
Dashboard?
So
On the outside,
I was
okay.
going through the... Well, you could either put it on your... one of your headlights of the car
Oh, okay.
or on the windscreen.
Headlights.
Yeah, it's quite a clever little thing. It looks like a wire drawing. So I guess it's kind of a code.
So it's like a barcode almost.
Ish, but it's really an RFID thing. So
Okay.
basically, when you have that in place, well, the thinking is really to manage in terms of traffic coming into Malaysia, going into Malaysia,
Okay.
as well as just to also prevent vehicle theft.
So it tracks you.
Not track, but it could pick you up.
It could pick you up,
when
right,
you're
right.
crossing checkpoints, gantries, and whatnot.
If you cross a red, if you beat
Not
a red
so
light?
smart.
Not so smart. Okay,
yeah.
all right.
But
okay.
it's really a security thing for your security as the one owning the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the challenge here is that the whole application process, is done, of course, in Malaysia. You can do it online, of course. I mean, you're supposed to do it online. But this happens in a different jurisdiction and what have you. And then now, although we say that there is supposed to be a 4-month window, question in my head is how quickly we can get this thing processed. Because this is not the first time that the VEP was announced that we're gonna start it. So earlier on, I believe it was as early as 2017 and then 2019.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so take me through the process. I want to drive to Malaysia tomorrow.
Can after October 1st cannot.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
want to drive to... Okay, I let's just say the VEP is in
yes,
place
yep.
already. I want to drive to Malaysia tomorrow. Is that possible?
Can.
And
So-
what's the process?
So as long as you have this, basically it's like, I mean, put simply, is you're pairing yourself to the vehicle like it's an additional passport.
and it's a
I think that'll be
permanent
the
thing?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So it's a one-time buy.
It's a
and that's it.
one-time thing, but
Okay.
the tricky thing is, I mean, I started calling up and talking to some people. One of those things is, we're in the age where not every one of us drive into Malaysia with our own cars,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And then, like I said, the one way I would describe it is that it's essentially a passport, but it's twinned between you and the vehicle.
Okay.
So what happens if you're renting a car?
You
What
gotta get
happens if-
another one.
Yeah. So and this, again, there's a lag.
But then the car rental company would have to have that already, no?
Yes, but the car rental company owns the car and not you. So then your registration is separate. The car's registration is separate from the owner's registration.
So this is a three-way tag. This RFID is
Well,
tagged from the
They just assume that owner is driver.
driving, right?
Right? And owner is driver who is crossing the border.
Right.
You know, the
All in
foreign
the
car.
same person.
Just to make sure that everything is legitimate in the sense that this vehicle, if you do get stopped in Malaysia, okay,
Yeah.
where are your paperwork, right? I have to show my insurance that I'm insured to use the car.
Yeah.
The vehicle has a valid registration lock card and what have you. So they kind of all integrate into this tag on the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's all these problems.
So
why
many questions.
why am I not surprised that they didn't think this out properly?
Yeah, I have so many questions about
You know
this
what I mean?
because if I were to borrow Glenn's car,
Yeah.
then there will be so many issues there unless I can register myself onto this RFID
Yeah.
online as well.
It seems that way. So I think there's some ambiguity. I don't think that it's not that they haven't thought through it, but it's probably as it's being rolled out, then these things
The
will
teething
get ironed
problems.
out. Yeah, to be
yeah.
fair.
But I mean, don't make it inconvenient for us.
Glenn's always
Seriously.
very skeptical. Yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, if Singaporeans don't go to Johor, the whole economy over there will collapse.
We will still go to
Just
Johor
simple.
because it's so much cheaper
It
to
should
buy.
be,
do
I mean,
things
it
there.
should be making things easier for us, not harder. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
let's continue.
Not
the
everyone is
conversation.
like Angel. No matter what, she'll still go in. It's like
when was the last time I went in?
you are the one who just said.
No,
what
I
I'm-
just said, but people love going into Malaysia for specific things. I think there's one thing, especially since it's one time.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
it becomes
bad.
too inconvenient, then of course people will maybe not go in, unless of course they're desperate. Anyway, who knows? I mean, I'm so different from everybody else. Anyway, here are the Stray Kids with La 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 on Kiss 92.
Yeah,
Correct. La.
so if you hire a car, like an MPV, not to drive yourself, driver is driving
That's
you
fine.
in.
I don't think that is a problem because
okay.
because it's the driver, lock card,
Got it,
insurance
got
all
it.
lined up.
Got it.
Question is if driver is not owner.
there.
Yeah.
It's not the owner. Yeah, I think this is just one of the questions. And so over the weekend, I had a contact who has quite a big fleet of vehicles, rental company.
Yeah.
So how are rental companies supposed to approach this problem? One, to clear your hundreds of thousands of vehicles through to get this tag.
Yeah.
And this thing of making sure that the driver is also the registered user or vehicle owner.
So does it have to be driver or passenger? Can it be passenger as well, as long as that person is there?
I guess
You
that
can,
shouldn't be a problem. But you see, the point is, it's a guess. It's not done yet. Yeah. So that's it, right? I mean, not all gloom and doom, because at least we know that although you're supposed to have this tag by October 1st to cross the border, as long as you have a confirmation email or something from the system, this is from their equivalent of the LTA, the JPJ, that yes, you have made a registration and this is being processed, you're okay to go in, but you just got to carry it with you, this printout.
And where do you pick up these little things from?
The
This is the other
RFID.
thing.
Yeah, the RFID,
this
yeah.
It's
sticker-
radio frequency identification,
Yeah.
right?
Where do you
Can
get
you
it
tell us a little bit more about RFID?
Okay.
I think many people have heard of RFID. You know, you got your wallets and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's
They have the
like a-
protectors as well.
Yeah. So what exactly is RFID?
So this I need to defer to my tech colleagues. But what I understand from here is that the RFID basically is a chip or whatever in whatever form does not carry, like, it's not as if you need battery power or anything. You don't need to take care of it.
Yeah.
Right? In the case of this VEP label or RFID tag, you put it on that surface of the car, which can be the headlights, can be on your windscreen. So basically not a metal surface.
Okay.
So I guess there's some tag around it that if it's in
Yeah.
on a metal surface, you might get a bit confused. But on all that, it's as well leave it there and hardy enough that you don't have to be babying it like, oh no, I
I see.
better.
I was gonna ask because if you wash your cars and if you know, like, I don't know, hailstones or whatever it is hits us,
or a kamikaze bug. If you're
you never know. Does it damage it?
It's not supposed to.
It's a sticker.
Yeah, it's a sticker.
Sticker,
Yeah,
right,
but it's not those
okay.
really hardy ones. I've seen them because, like I said, this was announced earlier on.
Yeah.
This a couple of times.
Yeah,
they-
I'm looking
let's-
at it now.
Let's roll it out and then, nope, we're going to suspend it. Let's roll it out. No, let's suspend it. So, on and off, along the way, there will be, of course, anxiety from especially those of us in Singapore who's a frequent Johor quasi-resident,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're always
Addicted
going
to
in and out.
Johor.
Yeah. But then
Yeah.
there are also people who live there as well
Yes.
that have to go in and out every day.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know? So just to get it clear, you cannot stick it on the inside of your car. It
Not
has to be
supposed
on the
to, yeah.
external.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think I worry so much about inside, outside. But the question here is from here until October, how many of us who are really, diehards or must travel will be able to get that tag? That's one question. Beyond that, it's also how to get the tag into Singapore. So if you look at the article that my colleague written about, is that basically you could actually either organize to pick it up yourself in Johor, or you can have it mailed, sent to you. I mean, for a fee, of course.
If you pick it up after October, you can't.
But you have the confirmation, right?
Oh,
right?
they're
So
going to let
can
you
go
in on that. Right. Okay. Okay.
And also, it's the wording is not like super hard and clear line. It's just you just gotta show that you have
registered.
you have applied.
And you're picking it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Or that if you're not even picking it up, that I've applied, they just haven't gotten the information to say that when I can collect it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So this window, it's a very vague window if you think about it, because and not unique to this is because it is across the border. Everything has you need to take its time, right? And think of the volume of vehicles that are going in and out of Malaysia from Singapore.
Okay.
So this is for bikes as well? Or is it just for cars? Every vehicle?
The obsession is really for cars if you think about it. This is the one that's causing congestion. Bikes going to Malaysia tends to be, Malaysians. If you think about it. Yeah. So this measure,
It's
I
only
would say
for
it's
cars.
really for cars
Okay.
that we need to be focusing on.
And what is the objective of it?
Well, like I said,
Safety?
we were told that it's for security, right? That security in terms of, as well as to know the vehicles
buy it?
coming in.
Yeah, in terms of like what do you mean by security? Like we will know who broke into your car,
I
where
think
your
if
car
you think
was.
about it, so what can happen if you talk about crimes that is against the car, right? You steal the car.
Okay.
You steal the car, you change the plates.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, recently in
The
the news,
chassis
we have
number and
a
all that.
car that had a plate that's running around that isn't belonging to the vehicle. That's in Singapore.
Yes.
In Malaysia, it is also possible because it's just a bigger place.
Right.
Right? So one thing is once from the tag, they know that, okay, based on this vehicle, our record shows that it should be this registration figure, number, this is the owner, and this, and all that things that come with it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it also includes, actually part of the registration, you actually need to also include your COE details, which is in your vehicle log card. So
Okay.
to know that whether this car is even deemed as a live car or a scrap car.
So, but there's nothing to stop people from actually peeling this RFID off either,
Yeah.
right? There's nothing to stop them.
Exactly.
Or not
Right.
having it.
Or not having it at
Yeah,
all.
you just get stopped. Then
Oh, you take it
don't
and you
have
put it on another car.
Yes,
Or,
yeah.
Right.
I mean, cars have been stolen, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think back to Glenn's question,
I
it
don't
really is about
understand
that
it.
level of security. I don't like diss it that this is a bad idea. I just don't know how it will be carried out. How it's gonna when the rubber hits the road, right? When you actually see this thing being rolled out.
Yeah.
okay, let's go back on the radio.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the SLE towards the BKE, right after the Upper Thompson Road exit, look out for a broken down vehicle. If you spot anything else, our number is 8855-0920.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. It's Glenn and Angel, and our guest for this morning is Nian Tjoe, our senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times. Nian Tjoe, don't you think Angel today looks a bit fairer?
Oh,
Right.
do I?
Yeah.
Oh.
she?
Are you wearing tinted glasses? I think you're wearing the wrong glasses today.
I think you look very much fairer than you did last week.
I stayed home all
It's like
week.
you see, I mean, FD is not around, so we have the three. If, for those of you who are watching the Big Show TV, there's me. Of course, I'm always very dark. I'm darker now, even. And then there's Angel and there's FD. FD looks like a snowman. Okay, Angel looks slightly darker than FD, but now
I'm white.
I feel like you're as fair as FD.
I stayed home all weekend, so maybe I didn't
No
get any
wonder.
sun.
You
I
need to
think-
get out under the sun,
Okay, yeah,
Angel.
okay. Vitamin D.
If not, I'll have to call you a snow woman.
So I know why. Shalini says because we have the blinds
No,
open.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
maybe
no, I
it's
don't
white.
think so. I don't think so. I'm looking at Angel
Okay,
and
enough about
she's-
my skin
okay,
color.
okay.
All right, now we're talking about these RFID tags called the vehicle entry permits.
Yes.
All right, so I'm reading this article that you sent us, and it says that to install the tag, you can ask the JPJ officer for help
Yeah.
because you collect it from there,
Yeah.
or you can do it yourself.
Yes.
But they say they recommend that the tag be put on the left headlamp, on the passenger side, or you can put it on the left side. Why left side? Why right side? Like, where is it detecting, and what is detecting these RFIDs?
So actually, I have to. This is my guess.
Oh, okay, you're guessing.
My
okay.
guess is that we tend to get in trouble on the driver's side.
Okay.
Yeah, in terms of damage and what have you.
Oh, so they're putting it on the side that doesn't get in trouble as much.
Because earlier we have this
I don't
point about the
understand.
security of the security. This being a security measure, right? In terms
Yeah.
of the vehicle, that is not a stolen vehicle. It's just one possible reason for this, and it's no stopping somebody from removing the headlight.
Exactly.
Yeah, this I don't think this was very well thought out.
Well, now, yeah.
I'm with you.
Okay, wait,
I'm really
yeah.
with you.
Exactly.
Okay.
15 minutes ago, I said this. already, you
We
see.
have a question for you, Nian Tjoe. Okay, so Finny Joe has come on. She says, I'm driving my company's car. Can I register VEP using my name? How do I go about it?
From what I understand so far, I tried to put in a registration, I think, before COVID. So they might have updated it.
You try to put in a reservation before COVID?
Yeah, because like I said, this is the third time.
Okay, and
This is
what
the third
happened
time.
with that registration?
So that kind of stopped because I was a bit cautious in terms of putting in a lot of our personal details.
Okay.
Yeah, because as much as we are, the details back to SingPass in Singapore is one thing, but when you cross a jurisdiction, I get a bit cautious, so I stopped there. So full disclosure. As for this question, I believe it is possible because it's down to the owners of the vehicle.
So
the
in this
application
case,
is done.
In this case, it's the company.
Yes.
Okay.
So from the company side, that you'd say that okay, I'm going to put this driver as the driver.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Like insurance. Almost.
Yeah, it really is really like insurance. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, it would make more sense. Okay, let's assume pure logic here, right? It make more sense that the owner of the vehicle says that, okay, Glenn, you want to use my vehicle, I'm going to empower you, authorize you, and do the application, as opposed to Glenn says, hey, I just managed to nick the company car, and then I'm gonna make a run to JB and back. So it will have to start from the owner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll ask the question on.
I just feel like we should be able to just go in and out anytime we want.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Let's.
We just take our own chances. You know what I mean? It's been like that for the longest time.
It has since the causeway was built.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since we could drive across. Yeah.
Anyway, it's 8:17.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you by...
So what exactly is detecting these RFIDs? You know what I mean? Like what is the system in place?
Okay.
So we like for ERPs, we have the ERP system.
Good point. There is a connection from RFID to paying your road charges.
In Malaysia.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is. So there are a couple of the wording or the description of the tag is a bit ambiguous because there are a couple of operators and all that. But the ideal part of the registration process to get VEP, let's just go crazy with terminologies today. To get this tag, you also need to tie it in with your Touch and Go app.
Oh, right, okay.
The Touch and Go app, right? Well, Touch and Go is the payment thing you do when we
Tolls.
get in to Malaysia. And you tap once, that's actually where you see the word VEP. You use the same card, and then when you pay for tolls.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be the idealized, the perfect system is then done when you incorporate it into your tag. So this tag allows you to do the payment.
Okay.
Yeah. So it kind of, I guess there'll be those of us using the card still.
Yeah.
Then there'll be those of us who are using the app.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that Touch and Go exists currently is basically a card.
Correct.
Yeah, so this takes it to the next stage. I do see that there are merits to the tag. The question, I think, and oftentimes this comes up when we have, in Singapore as well, we're not that much better. We discuss ERP 2.0, we discuss Simply Go and all this kind of system. It's transition. The transition on getting us to that state, I think that's going to be quite tricky, right? And in this case, and I kind of think that, look, in this case, it's Singaporean vehicles with Singaporean owners going into a different set of rules. We just got to play by those rules.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't see there's anything wrong with it. I just don't think that things have been sort of...
Yeah.
It's not very clear, like, what's happening, when it's happening, how it's happening. You registered for it pre-COVID.
Yeah, and I
Did
didn't.
you hear back? It's been 4 years since. No, so you didn't get an email back.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people on this article as well said they haven't got email confirmations back for weeks on end.
I think so. To their credit, if we can, would be the fact that this is not a sudden announcement that we're gonna kick in tomorrow. So there is this 4-month window, and even after the 4-month window, all you need is to have a confirmation, right? So that there are a couple of things that can go wrong if you think about it, or rather, there are a couple of things that are not so clearly answered. Which is this: one of them is, what if the vehicle that's registered in your name for the VEP, and then you have since sold the vehicle. Next person gets the vehicle, and then, I'm going Malaysia, I'm going to register for VEP. Cannot. Because
the car,
this identification has already been tagged to somebody else.
Yeah.
Right?
So you have to do a handover of sorts?
So it will be the responsibility, if you do feel responsible, will be the owner who is selling the vehicle. You need to go and cancel it.
Okay.
Yeah, it is more work.
Either cancel or transfer, I guess.
It's
it has
a cancellation.
to be and then a brand new one has to... So this article again says it's to regulate foreign vehicles into Malaysia. So it's not just for Singaporean vehicles.
Yes.
It's for, say, Thai vehicles that want to drive through, any vehicles.
Yeah, but I think the reality, whether it's for economic reason or for social reasons, it really is us.
Because it does cost you money to apply for this.
No, I mean, as in, I'm saying that as opposed to vehicles that are going to Malaysia to say for business, for work.
Oh, right, okay.
Right,
Yeah,
this is a lot of... majority, I would say, the most common use case, reason for traveling to Malaysia from Singapore is really
cheap
more for
goods.
leisure.
Yes.
Could be cheap to just be getting out of this place, just to, a short holiday, whatever you want to call it, but there is a national hobby, I would say. Right. Not that many people actually put it in perspective, but those that go frequently, go often.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to get away and drive
Yeah.
into Johor. I mean, I went in to play golf once, and after that, we went to like this Eco Botanica
Yeah,
area.
yeah, that's a nice area. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think I've ever been like a Johor
Junkie.
person. Maybe because when I was young, I used to drive in all the time because my father's Malaysian, my father's from Johor. You know,
Yeah.
he's passed on already, and we used to go in so very often. And back in the day, the drives used to be so much longer.
Yeah.
You know, and I think my grandparents used to stay in Pontian, which is all the way in. So I think I was all Johored out after
Yeah.
a while. You know,
But the Johor
So-
that you went to, like of late, is very different from the Johor that the Singaporeans go to, because they
Yeah.
go to Johor City, right, for the seafood and the shopping and all that. Yours was like Desaru and Eco Botanica, so very different. Yours
Yeah.
was the Nusa Jaya
And
side.
I went
so
in
very
the last
different.
time at some Korean food. No, I'm like, yeah, we can get this in Singapore. You know,
Fraction
I
of the
don't-
price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
because
that's true.
it's
actually.
your currency exchange
Yeah.
and all that.
I didn't
yeah.
pay. My friend paid.
Okay, there
But
you
I
go.
would always think that it's down to choice, right? If you do not have the choice, then it's a bit of an irritation.
Yes.
Whether it's having Korean food in Singapore or Malaysia, it's not Korea.
Right.
Yeah, this is
Stating
true.
obvious, yeah.
This is true. Yeah.
I'm just for it being like convenient for Singaporeans going into Johor, and likewise,
Yes,
Johorians
both ways,
coming
yeah.
to Singapore. But when it becomes too much work and too inconvenient, then it becomes very unpleasant.
Okay, so Arthur has a question for you, Nian Tjoe. Similar question to the previous one, talking about the VEP. We are a car rental operator.
Yes.
Can we register our car in our company's name? Appreciate if you have any ideas.
I would like to hear more from how a car rental company is approaching this.
So you don't know.
Yeah, because
right now.
it's a question of volume of registration you need to put in.
But also, I mean, they will have a different person driving the car each time.
Yeah, so this is a big question. So over the weekend, actually, one of my contacts, which I raised earlier, was exactly raising this point. Hey, man, how are we going to do? Are you doing anything studying into this VEP thing? Because we own so many cars, rented to so many people, and they're always changing.
But the question is, it's stated in this article that it's meant for regulating vehicles, not regulating people.
But
so I don't see
but
why
if we
the
go back
difference
to there's
is.
a question of security of that vehicle. The said vehicle is not a stolen one, for example. So I think my interpretation, the way I look at it, is that they would want to tag it together.
It's just about showing your registration and your ID, right? I mean,
It's,
it's like this your card, is it?
Yeah, and then is this car yours?
yeah, that's
Which
my
doesn't work
that's my
if you're a
face.
rental company.
Not thought out very well.
Oh, come on. I believe it is thought out. Maybe it's not spoken out yet. The words are
It's-
not.
it's
It's
not
at the
been
tip of the tongue.
explained.
This was the idea of the Minister for Transport.
No, I have no idea. This is beyond my scope.
Pre-COVID,
Sometimes
right?
I
You
feel like
said-
every single Malaysian minister, right, should have a Singaporean minister buddy.
just to consult.
No, because we're all friends, we're all neighbors. It's like
If we circle back to that question from WhatsApp, I think I really want to hear from the car rental companies.
right.
Okay.
Because this is a
Yeah.
real problem. If we've been preached that people are cutting back on car ownership, how else are you getting to Malaysia? Yes, I'm a big fan, or rather,
Okay, let's
Okay,
ask
yeah.
that on
Okay,
air.
cool.
Kiss 92 traffic.
In the CTE tunnel towards the AYE, there's a small situation of an accident after the Bukit Timah Road exit. Avoid lane 2 if you're heading down that way. And on the TPE towards the PIE after the Punggol Road exit, avoid lane 4. A vehicle has broken down there. Stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is our senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, Nian Tjoe. And we are talking about an article that his colleague, Lok Jian Wen, wrote, which is how to apply for VEP and RFID tag before driving to Malaysia. That's what we've been discussing. In just a while, we'll be checking in with Natalie Dow, who is, I think... let me see now. It's 1,000 kilometers. She's coming back on Wednesday. So she's probably definitely over like 750 kilometers
yeah.
already right now. We'll find out from her how much distance she's covered in just a while.
And how she's doing, yeah.
But right now we're talking to Nian Tjoe.
Yeah, so we were talking on the Big Show TV and we had a couple of questions because the RFID, the VEP RFID kicks in 1st of October.
Yes.
So all foreign cars going into Malaysia will need it and they will need to register for it first. So we have a question.
Let's give the Transport Minister of Malaysia a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
So every single car will need to register the person who's driving that car tagged to that
Yes.
VEP, right? So we've got a question from Arthur on our WhatsApp. He says, talking about the VEP, we're a car rental operator. And clearly, every single person that drives our car is different.
Yes, and not the owner.
And not the owner of the car. So can we register our car in the company's name? And then what's going to happen after that?
Yeah, so this is one part that frankly, I'll be honest, that I have no idea about. I really want to hear from how are car rental companies approaching this, just as we have companies that have company vehicles, right, that you send your staff into Malaysia, or rather the vehicle is also used by the staff for their own purposes.
I mean, we don't have something similar for any cars coming in from across the causeway, right? I mean, besides
There is a
unit,
charge, yeah, there is a toll, and then
but it's not tagged to the driver, is it?
when you register for it, yes, because you need to take the IU.
But the driver doesn't necessarily have to drive the car all the time. It can be somebody else driving the car in. Correct?
I think I don't get the sense that is a more prevalent or more likely scenario, just because of the relative scarcity or preciousness of cars for the Singapore context.
I don't think anybody
Right.
here is going to be stealing a Malaysian car.
Hey, stop.
Yeah, stop perpetuating such things.
What is this?
Or motorcycle,
Okay.
for that matter.
Why?
You never know.
They come with a whole truck full of durians. What are you going to do?
Oh. Let's see, Glenn's eyes just lit up. It's like they come with durians?
Yes, that's durians come from
From
north,
Malaysia,
the north.
yes.
Yeah.
North of the wall. Okay. Any final words on the VEP, how we can make this a little bit more seamless, hopefully?
I think I tend to, I think with VEP, or rather with things that will take time to be processed, I think number one is you got to ask yourself, do you really die need to go in now? Right? Because that means, because typically with these systems, again, we're on this topic a lot, right? Whether it's, again, ERB 2.0, simply go. Things like that, where you rush in, you realize that then you join the bottleneck. You're not part of the solution for sure, but you're going to be in the queue. So if you can wait a little while, and by little while, look, we got 4 months. Give it a month. Okay, wait for the first batch of very brave, very desperate Singapore vehicle owners who really want to go to Johor.
Let them
let them break down the walls. Get the answers. Right, and then let the reporter here do my work. But I mean, all this, on a serious note, is that if you just wait it out a little bit, I think then we get more clarity on what is a likely outcome. Will we really see it happening in October 1st? Because this has been disrupted before, twice.
Okay, twice.
Yeah, and then, so it's going to happen. Great. So this is how it's going to happen, how it will be rolled out, how you're going to apply, how you're going to receive, whether you are a fleet owner or a private individual and whatnot.
Okay.
All right.
We'll wait and see.
Keep us
then.
updated.
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
It might change again. You
I
never
know, it might.
We
Yeah.
have our VEP for them. No, eye rolling.
Thank you very much, Nian Tjoe, for joining us.
Thank you.
We've been speaking to our senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, Nian Tjoe. Checking in with Natalie Dow in just a while. Meantime, here's Joss Stone. You Had Me on Kiss 92.